Hello, welcome to Nixies Notebooks. I am your host, and today we are going to be working in the No Sew Spine journal. This will be the fourth in the series. The series is going to be really long because there's a lot of pages, but we will persevere and get through this. So what I'm hoping to do is to get 2 journaling spaces done today into the notebook. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use these pieces of paper to cover up some of the words in the book, so that way you have a place to write. Let's see, so this is what we did last week. As you can see, I kind of talked about it a little bit last week, about how you have to watch out with the weight and stuff and the paper that you're attaching stuff to, because you can see it's bowing a little bit, that sort of thing. I am going to have to, because this paper isn't strong enough for this, I'm going to have to probably do something about putting that, making sure that stays down, and then I'm probably going to have to, besides just for the sewing, and I'm probably going to maybe take a strip of paper and kind of put it between the 2 pages, so it'd be kind of like, I'm not going to use this one, but glue it way down into the spine. It'll stabilize the spine, it'll stabilize this paper. You won't have those problems. It's probably going to have to be a longer sheet of paper, and it'll keep this from doing what you just saw. So we're going to skip ahead a page or 2. I'm going to leave this page. This page is a great journaling space, so we're just going to leave that as is. So this is what I was thinking. I did cut out my stuff beforehand. I was looking through my scraps for something else, and I found these pieces, and I was like, you know what, I think these will match. They weren't all cut up totally nice and neat, and this, I still have to trim these up a little bit, but I thought maybe I could put this here, and then we could have like just a little thing down there, or if someone wants to write something or what have you. So that is my plan for today. If we still have time, I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to do this one in another page. There is a mar in the paper. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not sure. Am I putting it on the camera? Hopefully I am. So it's not, I feel it's smooth. It's just something that was in the paper when they made it. So I'm probably going to use, I don't know if I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this piece. These were 2 pieces of paper I glued together for something else. And so I'm just going to use it, and I'm going to make a tab where it kind of tucks in, so you have to kind of untuck it to open up the writing space. So we'll try to do that as well today. So let's see where we go and how far we get before time runs out and I turn into a pumpkin. No, I won't really turn into a pumpkin. I kind of think I will though sometimes. Okay, enough about me and onto the journal. So I'm going to cut these up now, like make them nice and neater. That one has to be smaller, so we'll just take this piece. I'm gonna cut this. I just want to cut the edge off of it, just because I don't like the way it looks. There we go. And then this one I do have to cut. Let's look at the edges. That one's not a very good edge, so we'll just cut that edge off. And there we go. I'm gonna round these corners. I think it'll just make it look, I think it'll make it pop just a little bit better. This is a thin piece, and these cutters get dull really fast, so I think I'm going to do a quick tip Monday on how to sharpen them, because supposedly you can sharpen them with using aluminum foil, so it'll be like a kind of quick tip Monday where we kind of see if that is actually true. So, but if I use 2 pieces, it usually works a little bit better. So I'm just going to make sure they're lined up. So you can see it's kind of fuzzy, so we'll see. That's all I'll do. I'll do a quick tip Monday, and it'll be experimental quick tip Monday, where we kind of experiment to see if that actually really works. How's that? That probably works. All right. All right. So today I did a couple of videos. I have to do a lot of my videos on the weekend because I work during the week at a real job. Not that this isn't a real job for some people. Hoping someday it will be a real job for me, but I still have to pay bills and stuff. At least that's what the IT guy says I have to do. I don't know. So once I So I do a couple on the weekend. I have to, just because if I don't, I don't have enough time during the week to do it sometimes with everything else that goes on and with my adoring cats that I have running all over the house. So we are gonna glue that on. We're gonna do that first so that way it has a chance to dry. I'm also, you know what? Okay. And this is how I craft. Sometimes I'm like all over the place and I'm just like, ooh, this, oh, that. I did want to put in, well, let's round these corners first because those need to be rounded. Actually, I'm gonna round all 4 of them, but so I think that'll look nicer. I was like, I don't need a corner rounder, and then once I got one, I was like, oh, I like corner rounders. That sounds kind of awful and weird. So I'm gonna put this little, I don't know if you can see it. It's just a little stamp. It's a pear with some writing and stuff. So I'm gonna put that in here. I'm gonna do it with this Rococo Memento. I actually really like the way these look, and they're actually fade resistant. At least it says so on the package, so I'm gonna believe it. I'm not sure, this wasn't a Stampin' Up pack, and I'm not really, this is like the worst idea ever. You don't really have much to push it on. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be using it with something else, probably am, but you get the idea. So this may or may not turn out right, and I may just totally ruin the paper, so. I don't want to push down too hard because I don't want to press like a part of the stamp that's not supposed to be pressed down. Does that make sense? Probably did anyways. Oh yeah, I was like, is that the way it's supposed to look? It looks like I messed up, but nope, that's the way the pear is drawn. Looks prettier on the outside, but oh well, that's where we're going. I will fix that. Not overly fond of that. Talk about ruining paper. All right, let's fix this up first. I may only get to 1 writing space because this is gonna drive me nuts. So this is just a, it's a jelly roll. I think it's Starlight. It's just kind of a Clear Star. Clear Star, I think is what they call it. Clear Star. It's just a little glitter pen that I use. I have several different colors, but it does great for outlining and just kind of highlighting stuff. I think it'll just kind of bring out some of this. Of course, you guys are probably like won't see any of it, and you'll be like, not sure what you're doing. Because glitter is hard to show up on the camera for some reason. What's the pen that always has problems? I have one pen that I always have problems with, and of course it's the only pen I pull out. But it does work sometimes, so I don't know. I just feel like I should put like some like watercolor, just on like a little bit of green watercolor on there, but I'm too afraid to try that, so we're not going to do that today. So I think that kind of maybe made it a little bit better. Yeah, so if you could see the little glittery action, maybe if I do the lamp, I think it just kind of highlights it a little bit better, makes it a little bit nicer, kind of draws out the picture of the pear. Really bizarre. So anyways, honeyhoozle, let's move on. So we'll let that dry and we will glue this on here. I think I am going to ink the edges on this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to ink the edges. Let's see here. What colors should we use? Let's use Ground Espresso. This one, I don't like it. It looks kind of like baby poop. Sorry, I can't use that one. That's just awful. I don't know why I'm whispering that. It's not like I'm swearing or anything or doing anything really bad. Just don't like the color of it. So This walnut one is a darker one. I like this. Oh no, I'm sorry, ground espresso. I do have a walnut ink, but I think the inks are different. I forget what the difference is. I know these are water, the distressed oxides are water soluble, so if you get them wet, so you'll see sometimes when I glue things down, when I've done this with the edges, you'll see they smudge a little bit, which is fine. Just gives it more vintage appeal, but you get the idea. Am I even doing this on camera? Probably not. Sorry, guys. This is not working the way I want it to. That's all right. So sometimes when you have like those little blobs and stuff, it's actually easy if you use the corner or the edge, you kind of go near it, not over top of it, because if you keep going over top of it, that's just gonna make that part of it that much darker. This is, and sometimes you just have to always blot off the excess, or else you're gonna get big circular blobs. You can see one right there, so we're going to try to work that. There we go. And sometimes just make it 10 times worse. That's okay. It'll look fine once it's glued down. That's really going to bother me. And I'm just going to keep making it worse and worse and worse. Yeah, so you guys will be like, what'd you see in that video? I saw her inking a piece of paper for 40 minutes. It was awful. Pretty much. So, did you get the 2 pieces of paper you wanted to glue into the book? Nope. Because you're busy inking a piece of paper for like 40 billion minutes. Okay. Alright, we're just going to have to go with that. And we'll make it look okay. We'll make it work, people. Alright. Yeah, that's really not the way I want it to look. And the thing about these two is they hold a shirtload of ink on them. So, all right, we'll just go with that. Okay, I know I keep saying I'm just going to go with that, and then I keep touching it. So I promise that'll be the last time I touch it. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, this is, wow, okay. Go. As you can see, so that's what I mean, it's water soluble. You can see the ink coming off in the glue. Looks kind of gross. Looks like someone sneezed on my paper, but that, I promise you, that did not happen. Okay. There we go. Just stick, please. What probably would have been a smarter way to do this, so if you're going to try this at home, for those people that are going to try this at home, my suggestion is you glue this down first and then you cut the bigger paper afterwards, and then you can cut it out so it's more centered. That'll probably be a better way to do it, if that makes sense. So you would just have this as a piece of paper that you haven't cut down yet. You cut this piece, you do whatever you're going to do with it, center it, and then you cut, and then you can use this piece as a guide to get the frame around it better. So sometimes I think of these things way too late. So we'll do this. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put a little tabby on there. Let's use a piece of, do I have any scraps of that left over? I do, look at that. We're gonna use this. Alrighty. Hopefully did I do that right? Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. I'm just trying to make it, sorry, I'm like mumbling to myself. Ugh, what a day. Let's see if I can let it fit in there. Oh, sweet. See that? Boop. I'm so excited. That just made my day. Doesn't take much, does it? All right. What we're going to do is we are going to, do I want to put it on the side maybe? I think it'll look better there. It's my thoughts. I'm going to put it right there. Yep, okay. So the way I do this is, okay. I've been getting really bad in using my glue on this, and I'm trying to keep this clean so it looks semi-decent because I've totally destroyed this mat under here. So trying to keep this clean. I've already gotten glue on the back of this that I'm gonna have to somehow get off. I'm just like, ugh. So who knows? Just saying. So we're gonna just glue this on. Gross. Holy moly, how did I do that? Yep, okay, so we're gonna destroy this piece because that's, what's wrong? All right, we're gonna use a different glue stick because it keeps glumping. That's a technical term. When glue does that sort of thing, it's called glumping. It's awful. Actually, I don't really know what glumping is or if it's really a word, and if it really is a word and it's a bad word, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna apologize right now. All right, let's try this one more time. I'm so excited because that whole thing worked so nicely. All right. Do it again. It doesn't matter the size that you make these little tabs. They're all gonna work either way, so. I got little pieces of paper everywhere in my office, so a few more are not gonna hurt anything. All right, let's try. I said this glue, right? Is this the glue I said? We'll just try it. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that glue. Oh my gosh, it's because I'm pressing down too hard, I'm sure. I like to put a lot of glue on stuff. It's bad, but I like to do it. So we're not going to put this all the way to the top. So you're really gonna have to kind of eyeball it a little bit. As I took it off camera again. This video had such high expectations, and I am sorry if I have dashed every single one of those for you guys. So, should have brought, every time I like craft, I'm like, and I do it on video, I'm like, I really need to bring like a piece of like wet cloth in here so that way I can like wipe my hands so we don't have any issues. And do I do that ever? No. Don't know why. Probably because I don't plan that far in advance. I'm looking for my glue washi tape. Oh, here it is. My glue washi tape. Oh, my gold washi tape. So this is like, it's gonna be like one big blooper reel. It's awful. Oh, I apologize. I hope I'm recording. Yeah, okay, good, because that would have been awful. Well, I don't know if it would have been awful or not. Would have been a good reason to redo. So I'm just putting that on there because the glue is just not cooperating with me and it was driving me nuts. So I'm just cutting it. I hope I'm doing this on camera. I apologize if I pull it off camera again. I don't see very well, which I've told you like about 1 billion times, and you're probably like, yeah, shut up about it. We get it. Just do you. I'm doing me. There we go. All right. Not in that way. I just heard that. Okay. Wow. All right. This is going to be a video to remember. So, all right. I'm going to glue this one down first, and then I'm going to center this based off this because I have a feeling I'm going to mess this up worse than I'm going to probably mess up the other one. So, how do I look? Will that all fit there? Yeah. Look at that. Doesn't that look cute? Now let's see if I can make it look that cute and continue to look that cute. All right. Here we go. And no, I'm not going to ink the inside of this because of just what happened with the other inking. I think we need to stay away from inking for a little while. The nice thing about the glue stick is it does add some stiffness to the paper. And I heard that. Yes, I did. It makes the paper stiffer. It makes it stiffen. Oh my goodness. It's stiffer. It makes it less flexible, I guess. I don't know. There's no really good word, I guess. All right. I should make t-shirts, Nixies Notebooks. Yep, I just heard that. Actually, that'd be a cute idea. So, here we go. How do I look? All right, I'm sticking my head in the shot probably, but I need to see the paper. Don't glue down like that. Don't adhere like that. Thank you. All right. Whew. That was rough. That was really rough. I wasn't sure we were going to get through that, but I think we did. I think we've made it with all our fingers and toes intact, which is always a good thing. Okay. I'm going to take a little wet towel-y thing and wipe up some of the glue. I think I'm just pressing too hard with the glue stick. I guess I gotta be gentler. Can't be too rough. I guess glue sticks don't like it rough. And I didn't mean to say that, so I did hear myself in my head and when I said it out loud, so we are all set with that one. All right. I have to go around the edges. Now, I do this a lot. I just go around the edges and kind of re-ink it up a little bit. So, not ink. Oh my gosh. Glue. Re-glue it up. Maybe I'll just put music to this whole video so you don't have to hear me talk. Oh my gosh, this is awful. Because this was already curling up a little bit, I knew I was going to have some problems gluing down. So, that's fine. We just take care of it. Again, the pages are going to curl a little bit once we put it down under some books overnight, kind of let it sit. It will do better. There we go. We got one of them done. How many minutes did that take me? About a gazillion, right? All right, 23 minutes. I think I could do the next one in less time. I think I can handle that. I might have to fix that little spot right there real quick though first. Ah, come on. Maybe not, because I'll be just sitting here trying to glue this little piece down. Okay, that's fine. All right, and boom. Always check your edges, make sure everything's glued down right. Not that I think that this is going to come up, but you just don't want to be hitting the pages every 5 minutes and having just a little flicker come up every few minutes. All right, so let's turn the page. I'm going to leave this for right now. I think I'm going to work on this page right here. And we said we were going to do a little tuck. I'll have to do it this way. I think I like the idea of just doing it this way. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this down dirty and fast because I'm running out of time. I'm just not running out of time. I'm obviously just running out of steam. I'm getting a little tired. So yeah, that's it. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut this. We're just going to cut this like this. Is that going to be long enough? Yes, it will be. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to just, I'm going to cut like an angle cut. Those would be my words. I am so sorry, people. This is awful, but we're going to power through this because I can't go back and peel everything off in the journal, and we're just not doing that. So this is what happens in live YouTube TV stuff, things. All right, so we're going to glue that down there. But before we glue this on here, let's do this first. Run around these little edges. There we go. Not much. Oh, that really wasn't much, was it? Let's do this one. There we go. Do the big sucker. Best way to go. Heard it. Yep, yep. I heard that one. Yep. Okay. All right. We're gonna round these corners too, but we're gonna use the medium-sized one. Okay. So what we do is we glue it. We're gonna glue it right here, but what we want to do, I think I'm gonna glue it down first. Yeah. See, cutter is just. It's just not cutting that well. So we're gonna try a quick tip Monday experiment. I'll do that tomorrow. And we'll see if tinfoil makes it work better. I know that they say that if you take your, like if you have a Cricut and you take your Cricut blade and you stab it into tinfoil, it's supposed to make it last longer, and it's supposed to, quote, sharpen it, but I don't really think it does, and I think there's been some people who said no, it doesn't, and you know, I guess dry enough on the back. Okay. No, it doesn't really do that, and so I've kind of heard all those sorts of things, but you know, I've seen a couple things where people say, you know, oh, you didn't just do that. Yes, you did. Oh my gosh. We don't want to put glue on the whole thing. I get all excited talking about Cricut blades, and this is what happens. All right. So we're going to put this down right here. It's about as straight, I think, as it's going to get. I'm going to push it back just a little bit because of the glue I put on there. And that's totally fine. Okay. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to have to now cut. So we need an X-Acto knife, which I'm sure mine are dull because I use them to cut up books and stuff. I stabbed myself with one of them the other day. It's all fun. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to just use probably why I'm having trouble crafting. I'm not using the proper tools with the proper stuff. So I'm going to use this to line up with the top of this, so that way it's hoping that this is straight, which who knows. So we're going to do a little doot right there. Just put a little dot right there. That's the one that does it right. Yeah. Oh, yes. And then what we're going to do is we are just going to cut down the edge there. I am going to use a, if I can find one, a ruler. That's the only one I see. I'll use this one. Shouldn't use plastic rulers with X-Acto blades, but this one is dull enough that it's really not going to matter. I just need it to kind of cut it a little bit, that's all. And you'll see why in a minute. See? Got a little hole there. And when you do this, it slides right in. And that's what you want. You just want a little, just kind of hold it in place, that sort of thing. And we are going to put it, so I'm throwing things all over my desk. Okay. All right, we're going to put it right here. So then all you have to do is pull it open like that. Well, how about that? So my concern, kind of running into some concerns now with how I'm going to place this. So, and I'll explain why. If I were to do this, and if I were to hold this down like this, and it's because it's going to be glued in place, it's going to be harder to pull that piece out, because it's going to be kind of held in by tension from the book. So I'm kind of wondering if I need to do it like this. Do it like this. That might be better, because so as you can see, so when it does this, it's going to be pulling this tight against. I'll show you instead. Hope that's making sense. It's probably, I'm trying to make sense. I'm trying to use my English. I'm not sure it's working. So when it's pulled tight like this, this might not be able to easily slide out because of the tension that this is being pulled down and being pulled against, because this is going to be pulling against it and this is going to be pulling against this. So the forces are going to be pulling against this part right here, which is going to be holding down the tab. And I don't want it to have to rip on anyone. So I think if I do it this way, it's not going to be the same sort of tension. And the reason why I say it's going to be tension, because as you open and close a book, so you see, as you open and close the book, the pages kind of move with the book and move with the spine. So if you could even see that, because my hand was in the way. So yeah, you can see the pages move. So if I glue it down, it may or may not work right this way because of the opening and closing of the book. So I think I'm going to have to do it this way. That was a really long, drawn out way to just say, hey, I got to do it this way, peeps. So, but let's do this. And I'm just going to put a little bit of just going to play with this a little bit, just so it kind of has some pizzazz on it. I like the silver glitter stuff. It's not glitter, well, I guess it might be glitter. It's probably microplastics. I'm probably getting a ton of microplastics in the environment. I apologize, not my intent. I just like the pen, so. Snazz it up a little bit of bling, which you guys, I don't know if you can even see it. I will lift it up so you can kind of see what I did. So I use the glitter pen to make my dots. It doesn't, I use that one because it doesn't stand out that as much, so that's why I use that. But I decided I'd just make I color in the slit. I don't like that word. And then I just kind of put a little bit of bling. Let's see, can you see it? Sorry. Just to give it some little bit of texture and flair, and it's not just some piece that got stuck in a book, if you get what I'm saying. Makes me sound like The Rock. If you get what I'm throwing down. Isn't that what The Rock used to say? Besides, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Yes, I used to watch pro wrestling. Me and my brother. We loved it. And we call each other at the end every single week. A long time ago. Gosh, that was over like, oh, what was it, 15 years ago? 16 years ago? We did enjoy doing that. And I, like every other girl, I think at that point in time, loved Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I think The Rock aged a lot better than he did. Just saying. Or Dwayne Johnson. I don't think he can go by The Rock anymore because he's not in wrestling. And they own the rights to that name. But you get the idea. Alright, so here we go. We're going to stick this puppy down. I should probably do it on camera. Yeah. Okay. It's just stuff flying everywhere. Alright, so here we go. You got a little flip up area. Just gotta be a little bit careful with. There we go. Got a great place to journal in there. I did get 2 done. I'm so proud. I feel like I've accomplished something, but I'm gonna have to fix the glue. I'm not gonna do that on camera. You know what I do? I just slide the glue stick underneath there. But I will fix that up so that way it's not pointing out. And there we go. So we got one here, this little tabby, and a little pear that looks better on the stamp than it did being stamped. And then we have a little nameplate here, a little place to write something, you know, like how messy this looks or something, whatever. And we have this journal part right here. So we're coming along pretty good, I think, in this journal. Like I said, by the time I hit 1,000 subscribers, we probably should be up and ready to, oh, come on. Should be up and ready to do a giveaway on this. I think that would be fun. So, oh, the page kind of buckled. All right, let's wait till it dries before I start playing with it. I'll probably put something over here because that's going to bother the crap out of me. So yeah, so join me again next time and we will do another page or 2 in this journal. And I do apologize. I know I was kind of rambly a little bit, and I know that I probably wasn't making much sense at some points, and I was using the wrong words. Sometimes when I get overly tired, I do end up using the wrong words. What am I saying? I do it basically in life in general. I just use the wrong words. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and have a great day. Like and subscribe, and any questions or comments, please put them in the comments area, and I'll be happy to respond. Thank you. Bye.